up, y'all? It is me, the infamous Kiki. Hey, everybody. I've been busy working, but welcome to my channel. I'm in the car. Y'all know I'm always in my car because, I'm on my way to work and shit. So y'all know how I go. Welcome to my channel. I like to say hi to my new subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so hey, let's get it popping. My last video had y'all conversating, and when I did my last video, go back and watch my last video where I was talking about men, in particular, people who on the down low. I had a bit of comments from people, and I thought that was good. I appreciate everybody who watched the video, who took something away from the video, and the people who comment. I always appreciate it. This is another informative video. Again, on my videos, I tell stories. My channel, I like to tell stories. I don't do any videos that have not personally affected me or that I don't have some kind of experience with. So we're going to get into that. What made me do this video? I've been meaning to do this video for a while because I have a personal experience with the online scammer. Not me. Actually, a family member, a relative, my mother, my late mother. A lot of y'all who been on my channel for a while know that my mama passed away. Well, my mom was actually, I have to tell you the story. Once I get through this information, then I will tell you the story about my mother and her scammer and the drama that ensued once she passed away. And I've never told it. I've been meaning to tell the story, but I have not. But I'm ready. I'm ready to tell it now, y'all. So we're gonna talk about that as well. And I'm just gonna give you a little bit of background. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I belong to certain Reddit groups and certain there's two content creators that I follow. Steven Speaks and Jonathan Ashley. Those are the only love guru people that I follow because I totally agree with a lot of stuff that they said, and they give really good advice, and they've given me good advice over the past year. Because again, for those of you who don't know, I was in a 5-year relationship. I ended my 5-year relationship last year, and there's been various reasons why I ended it. It wasn't a romance scam or nothing like that, y'all. It wasn't nothing like that. But I noticed in these Reddit groups and these online chat groups, there are a bunch of women my age. And when I say women my age, women of a certain age, over the age of 40, I would say mostly, because I'm way over 40. Believe it or not, I'm way over 40, y'all. I'm beyond 40. But there are women of a certain age, of all different races, of all different colors. But I'm just going to focus what happens in the West. I don't know what happens in other countries. Sorry, y'all. Y'all see me looking around. I don't know what happens to women in other countries. I'm trying to roll down my window, so y'all give me a minute because I'm in my car and suffocating. I'm getting high. I'm getting high, y'all. I don't know what happens to women in other countries. I'm sure it's a bit different. But I've noticed that women over a certain age in this country were online. They in chat rooms and group rooms talking about they in relationships. And I'm like, okay, what? And we just conversating, like, what kind of relationship is? Oh, I've been emailing this dude for 3 months. What? Or I've been talking to this dude that I met through Google Chat, or I met them on an online dating app, and these women be all in and emotionally invested in these men. And I'm like, so have you ever met this man? No, we ain't never met. So you in a relationship with somebody that lives far that you never met. So this is what we're going to be talking about, because this is how women get caught up. Okay. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about, I don't, and I'm thinking, like, I heard a few stories, like a few different women. I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is an anomaly. This is just these women. So I went on a hunt. I joined different groups online, Facebook groups, kit groups, all kinds of Reddit groups where women are single and talking about being single, or women are dating. Because I wanted to see, maybe it's just these women, maybe, it's just these women, just a few. And then I started to realize that it is a bunch of women out here in quote unquote relationships that are long distance, that with men that they've never met. So when I say long distance relationship and online relationship, I'm talking about somebody who's talked to and talking with somebody online that they've never met. I'm not talking about if you go out of town and you meet a boo thing and y'all do the twisted mambo, y'all do the devil's dance, and then you come back your home and y'all decide to carry on a relationship. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about somebody reaching out to you on Facebook and you grew up with them and went to middle school or used to date them, or they know your kinfolk, but they live in your hometown. I'm not talking about that either, because these are people that you've actually met. These are people that you're getting back in touch with. So I'm not talking about exes. I'm not talking about somebody to go to church with your mama and your mama trying to hook you up, and I'm not talking about your hometown cutie or your vacation boo thing. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who are online talking to people that they have never met, that they met them online, either through social media or not through friends, so virtual strangers. So I realize that a lot of this is women over a certain age. I'm not saying young women don't do this, but I found out that it's women over a certain age that are doing these kinds of things. It just seems like to me. Again, all my evidence is anecdotal. This is my own personal research. I haven't like taken a poll or gone and looking in data and pulled up numbers and figures. This is just what I've seen. And I'm thinking to myself, surely women aren't doing this. Women are doing this, ladies. Surely. And men do this too. Like I'm not gonna say that men don't do this. So, but again, I'm a woman, so this can apply to men and women, because men do this as well. If y'all watch 90 Day Fiance, and I haven't talked about it, but I have been watching the clips and the reviews about Tyree. And if y'all know about Tyree, about how he fell in love with somebody for 4 years, he was with somebody, and she was sending him messages on Snapchat and videos, and it turned out that it wasn't even a woman, it was a man in Africa, and that he has sent this that they basically stole a lady's pictures and profiles and videos and was pretending to be this woman, and the woman really existed, but she had no contact with Tyree. So if you know that story and know that whole situation about he was basically being lied to by this man, it was a scammer in Africa, and he was sending money to this person like for 4 years. And people are online going, how could anybody be this stupid? How could he be this dumb? And I'm like, y'all, it happens. It did. This really happens. I got a kiki and a call off of it too. But I've realized now through my research that this happens, that there are really a lot of lonely and desperate people out there, and gullible people. Like, I didn't think I thought in 2024, 2023, that people are not this gullible. They are. So let's talk about what is a romance scam. Okay. A romance scam, when you meet somebody online dating, you don't know who they are, right? You have no idea who this person is. So a romance scam is basically it's somebody who you talk to online, and they may be catfishing you. I think we all know what that is. And a romance scam occurs when a criminal adopts a fake online identity to gain a victim's affection and trust. The scammer uses illusions of a romantic or a close relationship to get you comfortable. And I'm reading this from the FBI website. I would suggest y'all go to the FBI website, take a few seconds, looking around, and read. The criminals who carry out romance scams are experts at what they do and will seem genuine, caring, and believable. Con artists are present on most dating and social media sites. The scammer intention is to establish a relationship as quickly as possible. And let me add, the scammers will love bomb you. They will say, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so wonderful, I want to be with you, we should be together, really, really quickly. He or she will endear himself or herself to the victim and gain trust. Scammers may propose marriage, make plans to meet in person, but that will never happen. Eventually, they'll ask for money, or eventually some situation will happen where, oh my God, my car broke down. Oh my God, I can't get to work. Oh my God, I'm finna get evicted. Anything to kind of pull at your heartstrings and be sympathetic. Or, hey, I'll pay you back, but I need this money. Or my parent is sick. Or my cousin died and I need money for the funeral. Stuff like that. Scam artists often say they're in the building and construction industry and engage in projects outside the U.S. That makes it easier to avoid meeting a person, more plausible when they ask for money for a medical emergency or an unexpected legal fee. Also, I have to say that a lot of these scammers will say that they will own their own business. Oh, I own my own business. Oh, I invest in crypto. That's another one. There's crypto scams out here. That people trying to get you to invest in crypto. It's a lie. Scam artists often say, okay, if someone you meet online needs your bank account information to deposit money, they're most likely using your account to carry out other theft, fraud, and schemes. So, um, so tips to avoid these scams. Be careful what you post and make public online. That scammers can use details shared on social media and dating sites to understand you and target your company. There are people out there telling these scammers their whole entire lives, where they live, where they work. I mean, you know, and I'm just like, why are you telling somebody online where you work? That then people end up, there are people out there sending these scammers emails from their work email. That's how phishing happens. That's how people send junk email to see, pretending to be CEOs and stuff. Let me also tell you another thing. My background. I worked for a cybersecurity company for 5 years. So my attunement may be different than most people, because when I worked for this cybersecurity company, they did all kinds of scams and phishing and hacking. And we would take classes about, you know, how to avoid it in the company and then also our personal lives. So we had to take these classes about how to avoid scammers, not just at work, but then in our personal lives too. I'm very leery about giving anybody my information online. I don't even give these people my real name. I'm finna say it again for the people in the back. Dudes that I talk to online do not know my real name. I don't give them my real name. I don't give them my first name and my last name. I do not give these men my real name if I've never met them. Even if I do meet you in person, like right before I meet you, you might give my first name. But I don't let people know where I live. Like, there's a joke in my friends that talking about Kiki will date you and you be dating her for 6 months and you ain't never been in her house. Right. I don't trust you enough for you to be at my house. You have women out here giving men addresses. Oh, I'm gonna send you a gift. Send me your address. Girl, you better get a P.O. box. You better get a P.O. box. Okay? Get a P.O. box. I tell you, use a pseudo name. Like, people be thinking I'm paranoid. No, because I've had people online try to steal my pics and pretend to be me. I've had people do that to me. I've had somebody pretending to be me talking to somebody else. That has happened to me. Like the situation with Tyree, yes, I've had someone steal my videos and steal my pictures and pretend to be, and I had never talked to this man in my life. He was in California somewhere, thinking that he was talking to me and it wasn't me. So I change my appearance a lot. Like, y'all see me pictures, I have different wigs on. I change my appearance a lot. Also, they said research the person's photo and profile using online searches to see if the image, name, or details have been used elsewhere. I tell people this all the time. We live in the age of technology. There's no reason why you should be online talking to people and you have not researched their pictures to see if these, because you can do a photo scan, and they have apps where you can download and you can unplug people's pictures, and it'll show whether this person is a model. I can look by a person's profile online and tell whether it's fake or not. I can most likely 9 times out of 10 tell you whether the profile. I can tell by looking at the pictures, whether they're model pictures, how fake they are. I look at the backgrounds. I look at all of that. Because there's so many scammers online. When I first started online dating, it wasn't that bad. It's terrible now, y'all. Go slowly and ask lots of questions. I over and over again. Ask lots of questions. Ask the same questions again. Beware if the individual seems too perfect or quickly asks you to leave a dating service or social media site to communicate directly. WhatsApp. Now, I understand a lot of international people use WhatsApp to communicate with their family and friends in other countries. But in America, WhatsApp, I'm telling you right now, WhatsApp is not an app that we use in America. And if you're communicating with somebody in America, there is no way in hell that you should be telling someone to go to a WhatsApp. Now, I understand that some people are like, oh, well, we use WhatsApp all the time in England, and that's how I communicate. I'm not downloading WhatsApp. I'm not getting on Kick, because WhatsApp and Kick are either scammer websites or websites where people are cheating on their girlfriends and wives, and they don't want people to find out. I'm not going to Snapchat and talking to you. I'm not going to IG and talking to you. I'm not doing none of that. Because that means either you're cheating or you're a scammer. Most time people, if you're talking to somebody in America, they're going to want your telephone number. And another thing about telephone numbers and texting people, I don't give people my real telephone number. There's apps you can download where you can get fake telephone numbers to text people. And some of them, if you pay a fee or something, you can do voice chats like a regular phone call. Like, look it up. Go to Google Play or whatever, and you will be able to download, and it will give you a fake number and everything, because I don't trust people with my number. I've given my number out before and then immediately started getting spam from somebody in California. I started getting spam that I had to go in there and block. Also, it says, beware if the individual attempts you to isolate from family or friend or requests inappropriate photos or financial information that can be used to extort you. This has happened too, ladies and gentlemen. If they're asking you to send nudes and dick pics or whatever, I know people have attempted to blackmail them and be like, I'm going to send these pictures to your company. It happens. Beware for individual promises to meet, but then always comes up with an excuse why he or she cannot. If you haven't met the person within a few months or whatever reason, you have a good reason to be suspicious. I wouldn't even say a few months. If you're talking to somebody online and they are saying they are local, within a week, y'all should be meeting. Because if not, I'm not saying they all scamming, but they're just wasting your time. A week. If you're talking to somebody long distance and y'all ain't met within a month, if they ain't had plans, there's no plans to fly out or him to fly out or she to fly out, whoever. Somebody got to be flying somewhere to meet somebody in a month. If they come up with some excuse and him and hawing and 2 months go by, just run. That means that they either cheating, scamming, or they just using you to pass time, and they have no desire to meet you. Boo. None. Never send money to anyone you have only communicated online or by phone. Y'all see my short that I was talking to somebody online, and this was a real person. This wasn't a scammer. This was people like, I know this person. Like, I don't know this person, but he worked for a school district. Like, I know this is a real person. And he was asking me to send him money. And I only talked to him online for like a day or two. And I know that this is a real person. Like, he gave me his real telephone number. Again, I'm not a dummy. I will look up your telephone number to see who it belongs to. Because you can do that. You can plug in the person's number and you can see who it belongs to or who used to have the number or whatever. And this was a real person that was asking me for money. So this wasn't some scammer in another country. So those are just some tips to avoid being caught up in a romance scandal. I cannot believe in 2024 that women, I can't believe in 2024 that women are emailing men, talking to men, long distance is supposed to be in the United States. They are not video chatting. Have you video chatted this person? No? Why? We live in an age of technology. There's no reason why you should be in a long distance relationship and y'all have not video chatted within the first couple of days. There's no reason. We all got cell phones. There's face-to-face apps. There's FaceTime, video chat, Google Chat, Duo. There's Skype. There's no reason in hell why you have not video chatted this person. And I mean, when I say video chat, I mean with the lights on too. Because there be some scammers out here trying to video chat and be all in the dark and you can't see their face. Why can't I see your face? Why are you in the dark? Ladies. So I just can't believe women out here. And then let me talk about the military romance scams. My God, today, there are so many people out here stealing military photos and pictures of service people. Which is, I'm going to tell you right now, if you out there doing it, that shit is a motherfucking crime. It is a crime to impersonate an officer. It is a crime to impersonate an officer. Let me say it again for the people in the back. It is a crime for you to impersonate an officer. For you to steal photos from somebody that is an active military or former military, it is a crime. So whether you're domestic or foreign, I see a lot of this. Dudes are like, oh, I'm in the military. Honey, I've dated military men. I start asking questions. Here's the questions you can ask if somebody said they quote unquote in the military. Where are you stationed at? Where's your base at? That's the obvious question. If they like, how long are you stationed there? There's no reason why anybody in the military should be asking you for money. There's no reason. They get care packages. They get money sent to them. There's no reason why anybody in the military should be asking you to send them money. They get a paycheck. And everybody in the military has a number. Start asking people what's their numbers. You can go online and pull up. I would do a whole video about military romance scams because women fall for it because they are going online and they're stealing these military people's information and pictures off of Facebook. So what can you do? If you're online and you're online dating and someone is trying to get you to go offline, that's fine. But are they trying to give you their phone number? If they're not trying to give you their phone number, they're trying to get you to go to WhatsApp or Telegraph. Scam. WhatsApp. Scam. Don't do it. Start reporting these people. What I do on Hinge and Bumble and any other dating app I'm on, if I know you fake, I'll report you in a hurry, baby. In a hurry. Then you have the ones that be like, oh, I'm living in America. I'm living local to you, but I'm really from Milan or Germany or Italy. It's always some exotic location. Guess what I do? I Google, go online, and start speaking to them in the language that they supposed to be, that they supposed to be. Oh, I'm from Milan, Italy. Really? Go online and type in, like, say, you can go in there and type in whatever you want to say, and it'll come back to you what language. So I can go in here and type in, how do I say, what city are you from in Italy in Italian? And it'll bring it up, and you just copy and paste it in the chat. So start typing up stuff in Google, then start copying and pasting it in the chat that you're talking to them, whether it be a DM, whether it be online or whatever, and start talking to them in the language. Because I promise you, they're gonna come back to you in English, and then you're like, oh, I thought you were from Italy. Do you speak Italian? Oh yeah, I speak Italian. Start talking to them in Italian. And see will they speak to you in Italian. 9 times out of 10, they won't. They won't even know what you're saying. Sometimes you get in these chat rooms and they're not even people, they're bots. So anytime somebody's trying to tell me that they live in Dallas and they from Germany or Milan or Russia or whatever, I start speaking to them in their language. Just get online, copy and paste. And if they can't speak to you back in their language, boom, report. I don't know how many times I've reported guys. And then Hinge, some of these dating apps will send you a message back, an email back, saying thank you for reporting. And then they'll do a research, and then they'll come back and say this person that you connected with or matched with is a scammer. I get that all the time on Hinge. Hinge is the worst dating app for scammers. There's so many scammers on Hinge. So, recap, I have to say, ladies, look at the photos. Look at the background of the photos. If you see a bunch of photos and you know damn well that none of these photos probably was taken in your city. So unless they're brand new here, and you ask them, well, how long have you lived here? Oh, I've been here 6, 7, 8 years. Okay, why is all your photos that don't look anywhere like that? It's like I can tell where the photos are taken most of the time, unless they're on vacation photos. And so ask questions. How long have you been in whatever that you in? Why? What do you hear for work? What kind of work do you do? I don't need to know the company, but what kind of work do you do? Oh, I own my own company. I'm in construction. I'm in the military. Ask questions, lady. Ask questions. And for God's sakes, if they're trying to get you to download WhatsApp or Telegraph, no, no. Delete, block, report, and move on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If the picture looks too perfect, look like a model's picture, look like the camera, the lighting is on point, the camera's on point, go and download that picture, copy and paste the picture, screenshot the picture, and go online and see if these pictures bring up a model or an Instagram person or somebody's social media. I've seen it over and over and over again. Go and search these pictures, ladies. Use the technology that we have today to find out these scammers. You don't have to be a victim. I've seen too many victims. If a guy wants to email you, why are you emailing me? If you live in the United States, who is emailing anybody in a relationship? I don't care how old you are. Nobody should be emailing anybody for months on end. If he's local, y'all should meet in a week. If he's not local, if he's another state, y'all should be meeting in a month. Some people say even shorter than that, but I'm at least gonna give you a month to get your money together. You know what I'm saying? I've never been in a long distance relationship. It doesn't work for me, so I don't have a lot of expertise in that. But I do have a lot of expertise in scamming. Like I said, I worked for a security company for 5 years, cybersecurity, and I've seen it all. I've seen it, I've heard it all, and they try it with me, and I'm like, no. And sometimes I'll call them out on it and be like, are you a scammer? And then they hurry up and try to delete you. But now I just report them. I get them caught up, get them talking to me, and then the moment they're trying to offer you go to WhatsApp or Telegraph, every dating app don't like that. If you're going to go offline, you exchange phone numbers. If they're trying to get you to go to a different app or a different website, no. And you tell them, I'm not downloading Telegraph or WhatsApp. No, we're not. I'm not. And then see what they say. And then, oh, well, it's okay. No. And I tell them, those are scammer apps or cheater apps. So are you cheating or are you scamming? And just be upfront about it. And if a guy seems too good to be true and he's not talking about meeting you, then it probably is. Hello, Nico. Then it probably is. There are a lot of desperate people out there living in scammers come from China. They come from Africa. They come from Europe. They all over. They come from India. And there are a lot of desperate people out there. There are people scamming who live here, who do romance scams. They're all not just overseas. There are people who live here that get fake pictures and fake profiles and put them up. When you see a profile and there's a lot of misspellings, or they're messaging you and the syntax is messed up. The way they talk is not right. And they're like, oh, I'm from another country. That's when you hit them with that language, baby. Go and download that language app. Hit them with that, like start speaking to them in the language that they supposedly, the country that where they supposedly supposed to be from. Baby, I don't care if you say you Chinese. Boom, I got an app that I can type in whatever. Boom, and it'll pull it up in Mandarin. Oh, you don't know Mandarin? Okay, Cantonese. Oh, you don't know Cantonese? Taiwanese. Whatever language you say you speak, there's apps that you can type in messages, translator apps, and you cut and paste and send it to them and see if they respond back to you in that language. Because a lot of them will lie and say that they from Milan or whatever, and they sitting right there in fucking India somewhere talking about they with this gorgeous, beautiful, gorgeous Italian man's picture talking about I'm from Milan, I'm from Paris. That's another one. Italy, Germany, France, Russia. Well, it used to be Russia. They don't do Russia no more. But those are the biggest three: Germany, France, Italy, and sometimes from China. Like sometimes they'll come out and say they from China. Nico said, I'm subscribing. Okay, you go ahead, boy or girl. Nico, it probably a boy name. And like I said, what I'm saying is not just specific for just women, for men too. There are plenty of women on these dating apps scamming. They trying to get you to go to their OnlyFans or their Instagram or their Snapchat because they have paid accounts. So they're trying to get you to follow them. Men, be careful. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your image. And like I said, when I talk to dudes online locally, I don't give them my real name. I sure in the hell don't have them come pick. I mean, there are women out here meeting dudes at their homes. The fuck? Why? Why are you letting a man come to your house and pick you up, boo? Don't do that. I done dated a dude for 6 months and he'd never been to my house. Several dudes for months. You're not coming to my house? Where my kids at? No. You have to protect yourself. There are some crazy ass men out here. Crazy. I know women that have been stalked. I know women that had, you hear about it in true crime accounts all the time. Every year there's somebody met somebody online and they robbed them or essayed them or beat them or some of them people didn't lost their lives out here. Talking to people on dating apps, going over their houses. Oh, well, he asked me to come over house. The second date, I'm not coming to your house. I'm not coming to your house. Are you crazy? No. You crazy? I'm not coming to your house on the second or third date. I don't know you like that. It takes me a while before I come to somebody. And again, I work for a security company. I worked for a cybersecurity company. So I'm very privacy conscious. I'm very paranoid about people knowing where I work, where I live, where my kids go to school, I'm very paranoid about that. And then social media, I don't give people my social media either. That's another thing. There are people out here giving people their Instagram. Oh, here's my Facebook account. Your Facebook account showing your coworkers, your kids, your family, your friend. Why? I've talked to dudes online. They don't even know I have a YouTube channel. Why? Why would I want you in my YouTube channel? I'm not that desperate for followers. I don't want you following me and knowing when I'm talking about you. I may come over here and talk bad about you in a video. I don't want nobody to know that. And I tell women, and I just was shocked and dumbfounded. There's so many women out here who are in relationships with people that they never met. I'm like, is this freaking high school? Oh, we've never met and we're supposed to meet, and it'd be 6 months later and they in a relationship with this person. They in love with this person. Ladies, what? Huh? These are grown women. These are not 20-year-olds. These are 40, 50-year-olds. Are we this thirsty and desperate for attention? Are women, I'm not trying to throw shade at nobody. I feel sad that there are women out there that feel like they in need of affection and love from the same sex or the opposite sex. Because again, women can be scammers too. And I feel bad for women and men who are out here who feel like they are so desperate for attention that they're willing to throw their security, their life. And then there's stories about, I was talking to this dude for 6 months and all of a sudden he disappeared. He ghosted me. And I'm not saying the person's scamming. May have been, there's situations where no money has exchanged hands. But they've been talking to somebody for 3-4 months and all of a sudden the person's gone. They've been talking to somebody for 2-3 weeks and all of a sudden they ghosted, they're gone. Because again, if you've never met the person, even if you met them, you really don't know what's going on in their life. So I told ladies, keep your head on a swivel. You have to be okay, when a guy's coming on real strong, you so beautiful, I want to be with you, I love you, I want to be with you, wait a minute. Calm down. Hold on. Take a step back and start asking this person questions about their life, about their lifestyle, about who they are, and everything like that. Don't get caught up in the okie doke, ladies. Because like I said, this little research trip I went on has shocked me. I was shook. I was like, wait a minute, there's women really out here doing what? And I was clutching the pearls, child. I was like, these women out here in these Reddit groups was like, oh, well, I'm going to move to such and such. And then they go buy a plane ticket and then the man ghosts them and they never show up. I'm like, sis, have you video chatted him? No. You finna go move halfway across the country with somebody that you don't even know if they even live across the country? You do know people can get a phone number from anywhere. I can get a California number and be like, I'm in Cali. I'm in Cali. I'm not in Cali. I'm like, you can get a phone number from anywhere. And fake pics. So what happened on 90 Day with Tyree? I tell people laugh and they snicker, but I'm like, y'all, this is happening every day out here. So let me get to the story about what happened to my mother. My mother started talking to this dude on Facebook. He hit her up on Facebook, right? Because, scammers are everywhere. And this dude was like, oh, I'm 25 years old. My mom was like 60. And this dude said he was 25, 26, 27 years old. He said he was African. He owned his own barbershop. He owned his own business, blah, 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 blah. My mom talked to this man for 2 years. Now, as to whether my mama was sending this man money apparently from time to time, 2 years. This man is my boyfriend. Oh, he invited her to come to Africa or come to see him. My mama never did, thank God. And it turned out like in the end, like once my mom passed away, and I was on this dude was blowing up my Facebook, and I'm like, my mom has passed away. She's dead. He was blowing up my friends, my mom's friends' Facebook, my Facebook, talking about, well, y'all lying, da 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 da. So finally, one of my friends just DM'd him and was like, yeah, she's dead, blah, blah, blah. She passed away. Okay. It turned out this dude was not 27, 28 years old. He was some 60-year-old dude living in Africa. The pictures and videos and the Facebook account that he set up was fake. It was his nephew's account because his nephew did own a barbershop and was 20 something. So this person for 2 years scammed my mother, lied to my mother about his age, what he looked like, who he was. They have talked on the phone. I heard them talk on the phone, but they had never done a video chat. And wait a minute, I take that back. They had to do a video chat, but he got his nephew on the video chat. And how my friend online found out about this, she found the nephew's account by doing facial recognition and pictures, because I never took it seriously. I was just like, oh, it's some dude she talking to. But yeah, she did the facial, and she contacted the nephew and was like, you've been talking to my friend's mom. And he was like, what are you talking about? Da, da, da. And then they ended up putting two and two together and found out that it was his uncle who was like 60 years old. So that was talking to my mother. Then plot twist. Okay, so y'all thinking that's bad, right? Here goes the plot twist. According to the guy online, my mother was scamming him. Y'all get this. Wait a minute. Get this, y'all. According to this dude, my mom told him that me and her were sisters, that my kids were her niece and nephew, and that she was like 45 years old. So my mom was online, y'all. Real shit, real talk. Was online telling this man she was 45 years old. My mom was 63. She was telling him that me and her were sisters. I'm her daughter. And she was telling this man that my kids were her niece and nephew. And they're her grandkids. So at the end of the day, these two people that were in their 60s was scamming each other. He was pretending to be his 20-something-year-old nephew, and she was taking pictures and filtering the pictures to holy hell and to look younger and saying that she was 45 years old. So that's my story for today. So I had to say to my mom, may she rest in peace, but play on, player. Play on. So that's why she never took this dude seriously. She was just using this dude basically for affection and somebody just to talk to. Because as to why my mother wouldn't get out and meet a real man, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know. We never got... I didn't approve of her talking to this dude because I thought he was scamming her, but it turned out, bitch, she was scamming him. I was like, go ahead, girl. Go ahead. I wasn't even mad. I was like, what? Yes, my mom lied to this dude and he lied to her. So I consider it even. So that's my story about about somebody talking to somebody long distance. That's my story. I've never had a long distance relationship. But yes, that's a true story. My mom was scamming him and he was scamming her. So I don't know. I just called a draw. Nico said, hold on, I'm getting a call. There we go. So this is the story I have to say. But I'd say, ladies and gentlemen out there, It's 2024. Don't trust. You can't trust these hoes. You can't. You can't. You out here construction in the back is construction. They're building new houses over here. So if y'all hear like banging, that's not me. That's just me sitting in my car. But I tell people like you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your heart and your mind, also your wallet and your identity and your privacy. And don't trust these people online. If you have not met the person, if you don't know anything about the person, if it seems to be too good to be true and they're coming across strongly, go online and research romance scams. Forewarned is forearmed. Know what to look for, what's the signs to look for, the things that I spelled out in my video. And you won't go wrong. Again, like I said, I advocate don't even tell these people your real name, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even tell these fools your real name. Don't let these people know where you live. Don't. Like some of y'all think it's crazy. Hey, real name, you ain't getting my address, you ain't gonna know where I work. That is what it is. So I just thought I'd come out here and do this video after me doing all this research, and I'm like, are these women this desperate? Are people this lonely? Cause I'm like, shit, I ain't that lonely and desperate. I'm pretty internet savvy. So I just thought that I guess I just assume everybody else was, but don't become a victim, ladies. I just hate to see these women out here getting ghosted and left, and I don't know what happened to him, and I was talking to him and everything was good, and then they gone. And then he came back 3 months later. What? Then he came back 3 months later. Like, that's a true story. Like, somebody told that story in a Reddit group, and I'm like, girl, what? He came back 3 months and we started talking and he was gone again. Girl, this is from a man that she's never met. Or I think she maybe met him once. And she had a fling, they got intimate. And don't be out here getting intimate with people that you barely meet either. Don't do that either, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be out here. Don't fall for none of this. And I'll be back to do more videos about this because, some of y'all need to be taken to church, honey. Some of y'all need to go to church. Church, not church, church. Because some of y'all are out here just reckless. But make sure you thumbs up and like the video. Comment below if you have any stories or tips or things that have happened to you. And just protect yourself, ladies in particular, because I see a lot of this. Y'all women, especially older women, y'all should know better. This puppy love bullshit, don't do it. But I love y'all and I care about y'all and I want all of us to find love and be successful. But I want us to be smart about it, and I want us to not get taken for a ride emotionally, financially, physically, giving up our bodies and our sex quickly to these men. I don't advocate for that either. So give it time. If somebody really cares about you, they're going to answer your questions. They're not going to be evasive, and you're going to be worthy of their time. If somebody really feels like you are worth, they will invest in you. And if they don't, leave them alone. Stop fucking with them. Stop jumping hoops for these men. Don't be out here jumping hoops for these men. Like I don't want to feel like men have to chase women or women have to chase men. It shouldn't be a chaser kind of thing. This should be mutual. Should be mutual. And if it's not mutual, leave it alone. If you the one that got to initiate calls and texts and meetings and dates and you got to set up, don't do it. If you got to do all of those things, male or female, no matter what age group, and you're initiating everything and doing everything, and this person is just kind of like, yeah, I guess we'll go out tonight. Yeah, I guess. Or if he's calling you or she's calling you saying, hey, let's go out in 2 hours. Don't let that person disrespect you and disrespect your time. I'm going to do a whole video on that about how mofos is out here disrespecting our time. I lead a life. I have children. I work. I have things to do. Do not fucking call me up at 5 o'clock on a Friday because the other 3 bitches that you called, yes, the other 3 bitches that you called fell through. So now let me pick up the phone and call Miss Kiki. No. Oh, let's meet up real quick in an hour. Huh? I got a whole life, baby. No, that's a no. That's a no for me. But some of y'all will take your asses and go running out like, oh, okay, I gotta hurry up and get this date because. Girl, no. If you respect me and respect my time, you're gonna call me ahead of time and be like, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing this weekend? Let's set up a date. Let's plan a date together. What would you like to eat? Where would you like to go? And we'll set up a time where we're gonna meet and all of that. Do not let people second to the last minute talking about, okay, I want to meet now, and you run out the house because you so excited that you guys are finally gonna meet. A person should respect you and respect your time. So on that note, I gotta take my ass to work. I appreciate everybody that's been here. Person, Nico, everybody that's been here. I make sure you subscribe. And until next time, folks. Bye.